Hello, everybody. This is Laurencia. I'm coming to you with a dream today. Right now, it is a little before 3:30 in the morning. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I was baptized with the Holy Spirit sometime in February, and I've been in the truth now for about a month. The Lord sends me dreams when I fast. I fast very often. I stay at home with my family. I don't work. I've been out of work since November due to a surgery. So I have a lot of time to spend with the Lord. I get a lot of dreams, but I've never had a dream like this. A little information, you have to excuse my countenance because I've not had any good sleep for the past 2 days, anything over 4 hours. So probably in the last 48 hours, I've had about 7 hours of sleep. So excuse my face puffiness. So the Lord withheld my sleep yesterday about 8 a.m. Yesterday, I was able to sleep, and a little after 8, and I was woken up at 12 noon, so it's a little bit less than 4 hours of sleep. I had some stuff to do. I had to take my sister to work and everything, and I was instructed to stay up until tonight. So I finally got in the bed around 9-10 o'clock. I finally fell asleep, and this is the dream that the Lord sent me. I was getting ready for a party, and I don't go to parties. I stay at home, so this was definitely out of the norm for me. I was getting ready to put on this black lingerie, negligee type situation. As you can see, I would never wear anything like that. But it had like the thigh-high lace stockings and like the lace G-string and bra attire. And I was getting ready to go to a party. And at this party, it was a lot of people, like it was like Beverly Hills type party. There was a pool there. I remember a basketball player being in the pool, and he was stretching out, like showing how tall he is and saying he was bigger than the pool. And the girl that I was with, we started like walking up like this mountain trail, which I love nature walks. But it looked like Beverly Hills, like by the Beverly Hills sign. And we were walking. Once we got to the plateau, we looked in the sky, and we saw the moon, and it was a very thin layer, sliver of a moon, almost to a new moon. And to the upper left-hand corner, there was the sun, and the sun was significantly smaller than the moon. It was like the 10th of the size of the moon, and there were 4 or 5 stars, really bright, clustered around everything, all of the moon and the sun. Excuse me. And me and the girl I was with decided to take our phones out because we were going to take a picture of this solar anomaly. You never would see that. So as soon as we took the picture, I told her, I said, something bad is getting ready to happen. It's getting ready to be very, very bad. Millions and millions and millions of people are going to die. And as soon as I told her that, bodies just started falling out of the sky. And it turned from being on this mountain, on this in Beverly Hills, to walking into this facility, like a stainless steel facility. As I was walking in with a group of people, I was just saying, Lord, help me, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, please protect me, please save me, please, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I kept saying it over and over, kept saying his name, calling him over and over. As I was walking through this corridor, it was metal everywhere, just stainless steel everywhere. And once we got inside the facility, to my left, there were big, large vats of, like, where you put trash trash bags in, like a mass amount of trash bags with wheels on the bottom of them, and there were just body parts all in these vats, all in these trash bags, just piled up in these trash containers, and there was body parts everywhere and bodily fluids just everywhere, all on the floor. About 6 or 7 of these just lined up, and they were wanting us to go in these stainless steel bleachers. And then the bleachers, you know, it was separated, they had a rail separating one side from the other side of the bleachers. And behind the bleachers, it was like the actual facility. So when people were walking up the bleachers, it was about 200 people in this place at one time total. So a few of the people, as they were walking up the bleachers, they just kept going into the sky. Like the Lord had, as they were walking up, they just kept like rising up and ascending into the sky. Like the Lord had taken them out of the facility. Because it was like a, Coliseum type bleachers on the side of this facility. So they let us know. Well, I tried to call my mom. I had my phone out, and I thought I was sneaking to call my mom. I said, I just want to call her and let her know, because I knew that I would never be leaving this place. I knew that I would die in this place. And I just wanted to call her and tell her that I love her, and that, you know, I would never see her again, and just to hear her voice one last time. So they weren't worried about our cell phones. Like the lady saw me on my phone, and she just kept doing what she was. It was a black lady, you know, working for the facility, and she just kept on doing what she was doing. She wasn't worried about that I had my phone. So I go to call my mom, and I just was saying, like, I should have just stayed at home with my mom. I should have just stayed at home with my mama. Why did I have to come out? Like, I just had so much regret. And so I go to call her, and I put my phone up to my head to hear her. And it's a recorded message. It said, we blocked the signal, ha ha, we blocked the signal, ha ha, we blocked the signal, over and over. And I just felt devastated. I was just absolutely devastated. I knew that I was going to die. I could not see my mom. I could not talk to my mom and let her know where I was at, tell her I love her, nothing. And on top of that, they were mocking me, laughing at me. So it just felt so real, the regret. I said, I was just in bed with my mom. I was just in the room with my mama. I should have just stayed at home. And it just felt so real, guys. And so the black lady, all I saw was black people. It was only black people. It wasn't any white people going on. So they gave us a black person as like a comfort, to comfort us, to make us feel like everything's okay. And she was saying that you can either go down where the vats were and work and get the body parts together and dispose of the body parts, or you could stay on the bleachers and go into the facility to have a procedure done to sterilize you. And when they sterilize you, they would take your uterus and slice it into make 4 slices into your uterus, like freaking baloney, and you wouldn't be able to have kids. I don't know what they did with the men. I saw one black man up there, but I don't know what they were doing to the males. Maybe to just, you know, cut off their private areas, but I'm not sure. But I decided to get sterilized because I'm 28. I'll be 28 next month, and I don't have any kids. This is my thinking. I don't have any kids, you know, but I said the Lord will heal me when I get into the kingdom, and that way I'll be able to have kids. So I said, well, I'll just do the sterilization, because it was too much. The blood and the bodies and stuff everywhere, it was just too much for me, and I couldn't touch that. I couldn't be around that. So I stayed on the bleachers, and out of the 200 people, about 150 of the people went down to clear the bodies. And so when I asked the lady, I said, how is this procedure going to be? And the girl I was with, I didn't know she was married, but she was like, I'm married, you know, but I'll get the procedure. And the lady was like, no, I don't want to do the procedure on you because you're married. And I looked down at her hand and I saw her wedding ring, but I didn't know she was married at the time. She was at the party with me. So, and I'm not married. And so I asked the black lady that was working for the facility, I said, "Are y'all going to put us to sleep?" She said, "We'll give you something to put you to sleep. But if you wake up, we're not going to stop the procedure. You're just going to have to go with it. We're not going to give you any more medicine or anything." And I said, "Well, after the surgery, will you give us medicine?" And she said, "Well, the doctors are young. They really don't believe in giving any medicine. And Trump passed this new law that says that you can't have medicine." So the older lady, was three of us, me, an older lady, and the married lady I was with. And the older lady was like, "No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to be hungry and hurting and in this place. Like, that's too much." So we decided to go down to where everybody else was. But by the time we got down there was no one there. They had all gone. So we were standing in front of the corridors, like a door. The vats were still there. It was just blood everywhere. The vats were still there, but it wasn't any more body parts. And it was a door. We were standing in front of the door waiting on them to open it, and then I came out of the dream. I was telling my mom I was very upset because it felt very real. I've never experienced a dream that felt so real. I felt like I knew I was going to die. I never had that feeling before, that I knew that I was going to die. And it made me very upset. So I was telling my mom about the dream, and the Holy Spirit was explaining to me some of the things inside the dream that I did not know that was happening. So the people that were called up, those were the elect, and they weren't able to go through with the dream, but with the FEMA camp, or the concentration camp. The Lord delivered them from that, but he didn't deliver me from them because he wanted me to see what people were going to go through. The 150 people that went down to get rid of the bodies, it was just like in the Holocaust when the people thought that they were going to go work, and really they were going to the gas chambers and all getting killed. Well, the facility had anticipated more people would want to go deal with other people's dead bodies instead of getting something done to their own body. So they anticipated those people to go down, the majority of the people to go down there, and they automatically slaughtered those people. I don't know how they did it, but they were all dead by the time I made it down there. That's why they were gone, because they had been taken to another part of the facility and all slaughtered and killed. The purpose of the people that had set back, they only needed a small amount of people to get rid of the body parts anyway. They didn't need 150 people to move the body parts. They only needed about 50 people to move the body parts. And they had said they were going to sterilize us to make us weak so that we won't live long. They weren't going to give us any antibiotics after the surgery. They weren't going to give us any pain pills. We were just going to be wounded and bleeding and doing this work for them. And then we would die certainly shortly after we got rid of the dead bodies and did all the work that they needed us to do. We were going to die right after that due to our surgery. And even if we didn't die, that we would be easy to kill. They would starve us and do all kinds of things to us, and we would die anyway. And then they would move in another group of 200 people and start the process all over again. So the 50 people moved. They got rid of the 50 people before and the 150 people that got killed in the batch with the 50 people. So it was just disgusting. It's mass genocide that's coming. They're planning to get rid of a lot of black people. That's how a lot of the 2/3 are going to die. They're going to be sent to these concentration camps and just killed by the masses, by hundreds, by thousands, millions of people getting killed systematically in these FEMA camps, these concentration camps. And the Lord is not done. He's still holding my sleep. So, I'm extending my fast. This is the 5th day. I'm extending it through the weekend. I believe it's going to be a 21-day fast, but I will be uploading more videos and dreams as the Lord sends them to me. So I'd like to thank you so much for listening. All praises, of course, to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakodash, and may He bless you and keep you at all times. Know that He loves you and cleave to Him, and He wants you to trust in Him and provide, and let Him be your provider, and not to worry, not to be afraid, but use this as a way to let you know that you need Him. These are scary times. It's getting ready to be very bad and soon, and people are going to be partying and going about their normal lives, and they have no clue what's getting ready to hit them. We have no clue what's getting ready. You're partying and eating and drinking and living it up, and death is right around the corner. And please don't be deceived. Please get your hearts right. Please get your minds right and your souls right. And cleave to our Father. He wants you to cleave to Him during these perilous times. Thank you. He loves you, and so do I. Bless you.